It's the Eagle Community Television Forum with your host, Gary Shorman.
You're watching the Eagle Community Television Forum. I'm Mike Kerner in for Gary Shorman this week. Here on the forum, it's being brought to you by Haze Med. And our guest this week is Eric Burks, and he is the president of NCK Tech, NCK Votech. I get that right, didn't I?
NCK Tech.
Okay.
It's a North Central Kansas Technical College.
NCK Technical College.
There you go.
We'll get that right.
And we'll talk about the college later, I'm sure.
We will.
All right.
Let's first talk about you a little bit. You graduated from Kansas State. You also have ties to Haze, Fort Hays State University.
That's right.
Go back a little bit to Kansas State. How many years were you there, and what was your degree in?
Well, actually, I was there for 4.5. I'll give the half, so that's better than a lot make it out. But I was business and computer education instructor, actually. So I was in career and technical education from the very beginning, but actually started out as an instructor.
At Kansas State University, you also received your degree there?
Yes, I did.
And when you finished your degree there, did you think someday I'm going to be president of a tech college?
No, that's what I always tell all of our students and anyone that I talk with. Little Eric Burks was not going to be the president of the college down the road. But no, I was very content teaching, loved it. In fact, it was still a highlight of my career. But opportunities arise, you know how it goes. And so I went from there to, I was teaching, started my teaching career at Manhattan High School, went on to Clay Center Community High School in Clay Center, Kansas, and then had a chance when our 5th child was on the way. We thought we might need to circle the wagons and have a network of support around. So I moved back to Jewell, where I'm originally from, which is not far from Beloit, and was the teacher, principal, coach, you name it.
Yeah, and the small schools, you got to do it all.
You got to do it all. And of course, I was trying to allow my wife to stay at home with our children, so that meant even more hats going on. But so I had the dubious distinction of being the last principal of that school, actually. It closed down just due to enrollment, very small school, and had an opportunity to become the dean of instruction at the technical college. And so worked out well, and once they hired me, I had to ask, what does the Dean of Instruction do? But basically, it's like the principal of the college, and so I had that role for 3 years, and then when our president left, they asked me to become president, and I said, sure, I'll do it. So
now, you also have some of your education at Fort Hays State University, so you kind of tie back to Haze.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, I am a Tiger with my master's degree, so very proud of that. Love the online forum. Well, I love the convenience of the online forum, and that really fit for having a lot of family and other obligations with the many hats that I wore. I could do that at my leisure, and that's really the draw, I think, to online education. And of course, Fort Hays has a great reputation in that.
Now, how long have you been at NCK Tech?
This is my 6th year. I was there 3 years as the Dean of Instruction, and I'm in my 3rd year as president.
Now, how'd that whole thing come about? They just asked you to come back, or you saw the opening and you decided, I'm going to try that because I enjoyed my time there?
Well, you know, part of it was because I never was at the college at all before, other than I drove by there as a kid because it wasn't too far, and I called it the Votech myself, to be honest with you, and didn't have any idea about the opportunities that were there. But again, trying to move close to family, and when the Jewell principal's job went away, I was looking for something that might keep me local, and I applied for that, and they interviewed me and they said, hey, we think you're the best guy that we found. So I guess luck that way. And plus, you know, it always helps to know the right people, and the president of the college at that time was a former coach of mine, so that helped out a lot too.
Now, when you were interviewing for the position, were there some things that you dreamt that you could do with the university, or not with the university, but the tech college?
You know, mainly it was that I love education, especially hands-on education. Career and technical education is all about doing as you're learning. Instead of just sitting in a classroom and hearing about other people doing it, you actually get to put your hands on it, and that's exciting. I know that, you know, there's a lot of different learning styles, but everyone learns best by doing, I think. And so I've always been in love with technical education, so I thought it was a great opportunity for me to get even further into that.
Very good. Well, Eric Burks is our guest here on the show. We're going to take a break and come back. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the accomplishments that they have at NCK Tech, and we'll get to all of that here in the second half of the show. Again, this is the Forum. It's brought to you by Haze Med. I'm Mike Kerner.
Youthful body, tight tummy, smooth facial lines. Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery is here to help you achieve your goals and give yourself the new look you've always wanted. Greystone offers sophisticated surgical and non-surgical cosmetic procedures. With services now available locally, there's no need to wait any longer. Contact Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery at Haze Medical Center today or online at greystonecosmetic.hazemed.com.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Welcome back to the Eagle Community Television Forum. I'm Mike Kerner in for Gary Shorman this week. The show being brought to you by Haze Med. By the way, if you've got any questions, show comments, or some ideas for some future shows, Gary would love to hear from you. You can email him at gary.shorman@eaglecom.net. Again, Eric Burks is our guest today from NCK Tech, and we want to thank you for coming by. I know you live in Beloit, and you've got 2 campuses to overlook, and you're down here in the Haze area all the time, aren't you?
Quite a bit, yeah. Make quite a few trips to Haze. I know the road between here and Beloit well.
You got to watch out for the deer.
Oh, especially this time of year.
Now, you are down here all the time. You know, we see you at the campus day and night. You're down here quite a bit for meetings, and that's one of the things that you do is hands-on. You have a new person that's in charge here at the Votech in Haze, or not Votech, but the Tech College here in Haze. So talk about her real quick. How did that come about? She's brand new at this.
Yeah, she's brand new at the dean of the Haze campus, but she's been with us for 25 years, so she's not brand new to the college at all. Sandy Gottschalk, who is the new dean of the Haze campus. Don Benjamin, who had been the dean before, resigned, and so we were searching for someone, and actually right away when she agreed to serve as the interim, I said, you know, you'd be pretty good at this job. And anyone who knows Sandy knows her first love is nursing, and she's been running the program for almost 25 years, had been there for 25 years, and so she just, I had seen what she has done with that program, and I knew that, man, if she could do that with our campus, that we're really going to do even better things than what we've been doing. And so just seeing everything that she's had success in, I knew that she'd do a good job, and finally she said, you know what, I think I want to challenge myself and try something new. So
I think it took a little while for you guys to talk to her about that.
It did. Well, her love for nursing runs deep, so yeah.
You know, you talk about the nursing program and the program that she ran for a while. Let's give some kudos to that program, done very well. In fact, recently was recognized for having a high success rate first-time test takers.
Yeah, actually, this year they were a little disappointed because they got 96%. The last 2 years they've got 100%. So fantastic program for nursing, really is. And they just have that bar set that high that when you get 96, and I say they were disappointed. They know you can't get 100% every year, but that's what they shoot for, and they've been successful at that. So fantastic group. Anytime you have a great program, you can just look. You don't have to look very far, and you'll see there are great people behind it. And we have a great group of nurses, nurse instructors that are there. They do a fantastic job, and Sandy had done a great job leading them. And Michelle Unrein is our new director of nursing now. We just hired her.
And she's been there for a long time,
and she's
too.
been there for 23 years, so we're just hoping we'll just not miss a beat, just keep marching.
Now, we can't forget about the other programs, too. We can maybe chat about some of the other programs you have. You have a farm tech program, too, pharmaceutical tech program.
That's right, pharmaceutical tech, taught by Brian Decken. It's a very good program. It's nationally certified, and we have great success with those students as well. Really all of our programs, and I can list them. We've got a lot of construction programs with carpentry. We build a house every year. We'll have an auction in May. I'll plug that a little bit. But we've got a plumbing, heating, and air conditioning program, an electricity program. So all of those programs work together.
The auto mechanics program,
we have
too?
auto tech as well. And we have business management, business technology. I'm going to forget one if I keep rounding these off.
We won't go through them all.
No, but we've got just a great group of programs. Again, that goes back to great people. But all of our programs are placing students at a high rate. We actually have a job placement guarantee where if a student comes to us and they are trained, they have to meet some criteria. One of which is having a real high attendance level, because that seems to be the biggest thing. Employers want somebody that's going to be there every day. And so we have that job placement guarantee, and we don't have to worry about it because every year there are jobs waiting for our graduates when they come out. So our instructors do a fantastic job, and our students continue that great reputation.
Well, you even have a newer program. It was the Culinary Program,
Right.
which just started up, what, last year or this year?
It just started this year, yeah. We've actually had that program in in Beloit, and it was the instructor decided he was going to retire. It was at the country club there in Beloit, and our instructor happened to be on the country club board. And they said, without him being involved, we're not sure how comfortable we are with this arrangement. We might want to do something different. And so with having to look for a new location and a new instructor, it gave us the opportunity to open up to both markets. And so we just advertised. My belief is you build great programs around great people. And so in order for that to happen, we just thought, let's find the best person, then we'll find the best location for him to be at. And we located Philip Kuhn, who is a licensed chef, doing a fantastic job, real enthusiastic, knows his stuff. And we're out at Pam's Rose Garden out there and enjoying the partnership with them, and great things are happening in that program already.
Another program that you have that is well known because of the Cisco Academy. Not a lot of programs have that Cisco certification, but you guys do.
Yeah, we just recently attained that in our IT program, and that's a great opportunity for our students. We always stress the certifications. We think our reputation is great, and we think that having a diploma from NCK Tech or a degree from NCK Tech is great, but if we can add a third-party credential that validates the learning that's taken place, we think that's even better. So having that Cisco Academy recognition validates what our students are learning, gives them a leg up in the job market.
There's a lot of students out there and people out there that want to go back to college or want to go back and get an education, and sometimes they find that tough because they feel like they don't have the money, but they can work with your departments and find out student aid, and that can really help them and maybe get them to change their life a little bit.
Absolutely. We have scholarships available, of course. That's something that we're really working on. In fact, we have an event coming up in Haze later. I got to plug it again.
That's okay.
But we've got on March 28th, we have another event coming up that will be here in Haze. It'll be a wine and beer tasting event, but it's to raise money for our foundation so that we can offer more scholarships to help students out, just as you mentioned. We also have, of course, federal financial aid that students can apply for and help their way through that way as well. So we have, that's one thing, everyone on our campus is there to help students succeed. So if a student finds himself in that situation, they're not sure how they're going to pay for it, at least give us a call, let us help you out. Maybe we can find a way to make it happen, because we think we can really give them an opportunity in the job market. So
a lot of great programs, and if you don't have it Haze, you probably have it in Beloit and vice versa.
That's exactly right.
So people need to get online and they can check that information out, or they can talk to your, I guess you've got counselors that are available all the time too.
Absolutely. Just call a main number. Of course, I can't say that right off the top of my head, but you can go to our website at www.ncktc.edu. That's for North Central Kansas Technical College. So ncktc.edu, and you can find a phone number there to call our Haze office, or if you call Beloit, we'll get you to Haze and we'll get you in touch with somebody that can help you out.
Well, very good. Anything else you want to talk about or plug, as you mentioned, before we go?
Well, we have lots of things going on. I just keep in touch. We've got a lot of different ways that we're trying to communicate to everyone the great things that are happening. I do, as we talked earlier about technical college versus VOTEC, we at one time were a VOTEC, and we're very proud of our heritage, but the difference is, as a technical college, our credits transfer. So just like a community college's credits transfer, so do ours. So we have a lot of students that are coming to us to take English composition and college algebra and those types of things, along with the technical courses that we offer. So that's why it's so important. I like to be called a technical college. I'm not picking on you. Because we want people to understand the opportunities that exist there.
All right, well, thank you very much for being our guest today.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year.
Oh, thanks. Same to you. Eric Burks, president of NCK Tech College, and we want to thank him for coming in today, and I want to thank Gary Shorman for allowing me to host today. Again, this is the Forum brought to you by Haze Med. Thanks for being with us.
Youthful body, tight tummy, smooth facial lines. Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery is here to help you achieve your goals and give yourself the new look you've always wanted. Greystone offers sophisticated surgical and non-surgical cosmetic procedures. With services now available locally, there's no need to wait any longer. Contact Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery at Haze Medical Center today, or online at greystonecosmetic.hazemed.com.